Coming up next on the 414.
I need a study guide.
Finals got you down? We'll show you how to knock out the stress.
And you can't make these stories up. That's so true. 106.
The Marquette Police Department turns 2. We'll take you along on a ride. And we'll take you on a walk.
I don't know why people wear these.
If you don't mind wearing heels.
Awesome, guys.
All that and more next on the 414.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Live from Marquette, this is your campus news source, MUTV News.
Good evening, I'm Nicholas Molina.
And I'm Hannah Kirby. We start tonight with breaking news.
A Milwaukee County judge has ruled in favor of Marquette in the John McAdams lawsuit. McAdams filed the suit after he was suspended without pay in 2014. The suspension came after McAdams publicly criticized a graduate student by name in his blog, leading to threatening online comments directed towards the student. McAdams claimed his suspension was a breach of contract and violated his right to academic freedom. But in a 33-page decision released today, Circuit Court Judge David Hansher dismissed the suit. The judge said that, quote, academic freedom gives a professor the right to express his views so long as he does not infringe on the rights of others.
I'm stressed. That's a common phrase you hear quite often around campus this time of year with finals looming. MUTV's Jenny Fisher shows us the way one student knocks out the stress.
Sometimes you just gotta hit something. Juliana Falk has 3 final projects and an exam in the next week.
Sometimes I don't have time to go out for like 10 miles to get my mind off things, so coming here really, it just gets rid of it all super quick, and again, like punch and kick out all your stress, and the harder you punch, the more calories you burn, so it's all good.
But a few blocks west on Wisconsin Avenue, all is calm. Or so you'd think.
I have 2 practicals, and I think 5 exams.
As an exercise physiology major, Tracy Flood understands the benefits of taking care of yourself.
Getting exercise in is very important to relieve stress, and it's a good stress reliever, and it's healthy, and it can help you focus.
But physical activity isn't everyone's go-to stress reliever.
I will go to bed early. I usually do like an hour of Netflix just for like some me time.
But when the sleep ends and that alarm clock rings,
I need a study guide.
it's back to reality.
Do I ask it?
Sort of.
I haven't been in this class very often, so I really need to study it.
Whether it's balancing books or switching up pace, stress relief is a must for knocking out finals. From downtown Milwaukee, I'm Jenny Fisher, MUTV News.
Graduating seniors, listen up. Tickets for Senior Week are available now. Events start Thursday, May 18th and go through Saturday. Events include a senior ball at the Potawatomi Bingo Casino and the MUSG Block Party. A full schedule can be found online. Order your tickets before they sell out.
Don't be surprised when you see an A- instead of an AB on your midterms in the fall. Starting next semester, Marquette will use a new grading system. The new system will be based on plus-minus grades. The University Academic Senate approved the change at its November 2016 meeting. The new system aligns with the law school, which has used it since fall 2009.
2 years ago, they could only give citations and mostly relied on Milwaukee police for help. Now, Marquette campus safety is a force to be reckoned with. MUTV's John Hand has the story of how MUPD came to be.
In the back, we also have tons of equipment like the AED, brooms, fire extinguishers, med kits, cones, you name it, we got it back there.
This equipment is essential to patrol and protect the always entertaining streets of Marquette's campus.
A lot of times they say being in law enforcement, it's the front seat to the greatest show on earth, and you can't make these stories up. That's so true. 106.
Over the past 2 years, the show has changed immensely, with Marquette's campus safety becoming an official police force in May of 2015.
So do you guys feel safe at Marquette?
Yeah, I definitely do feel safe on campus.
Oh yeah, definitely. There are always cars patrolling.
I do.
for the most part.
Marquette's campus safety was armed in 2002, but couldn't become an official police force with the ability to make arrests until the state legislators approved the change.
I did not know that there's a lot of places around the country that do have that. And it was a time where we were looking at what can we do for crime in Milwaukee, and to have a private organization like Marquette say, hey, we're not asking for money, we're not asking for new laws or anything like that, is what we're asking for is can you use our assets already to protect our campus.
Although Marquette Police has a small jurisdiction, they have the unique job of policing and protecting college students.
I can see you your freshman year, maybe it's an underage drinking situation, so you're kind of scared of us. But usually by that third or fourth year, you recognize you need us.
Since becoming a police force in 2015, MUPD has received just 5 complaints from civilians.
Try to wave, and usually they'll wave back. Usually they wave back with all 5 fingers.
And then, just like that, the show resumes.
10-4, they're on the street though, right?
Reporting from Marquette University, I'm John Hand, MUTV News.
Since becoming a police force, Marquette campus has seen a major decrease in crime. The number of robberies on campus dropped from 13 to 5 in MUPD's first year.
Did you get a fishy email yesterday? Google says it shut down an email spam campaign that looked like Google Docs. Users were prompted to log into a fake app calling itself Google Docs. Google said it was able to stop the campaign in about an hour. Users don't need to take extra precautions, but Google encourages running a security check to be extra safe.
The Black Student Council hosted its second annual Evany Ball, celebrating diversity on campus. I was able to participate in the festivities along with fellow students and faculty. From awards.
This year, the Outstanding Service Award goes to Sir Lawrence Tinder.
To gourmet food, even a little dancing. This year's Evany Ball, hosted by the Black Student Council at Marquette University, brought together all members of the community. Chris Booker, Vice President of the Black Student Council, not only helped plan the event, but also DJ'd. Specifically, they brought together
minorities, people of color on campus to just come and celebrate the accomplishments throughout the year.
A celebration that remains free from any bias.
Well, that's one of the reasons why none of the Black Student Council e-board members could win anything, because we wanted it completely free. We let the students nominate and vote, so it's completely up to them.
So whether you came out for the celebration or just to have a little fun, the Evany Ball was a huge success. From the AMU, I'm Nicholas Molina, MUTV News. The Market Wires project to break the silence continues.
Last night, I hosted the live town hall forum for the project Breaking the Silence. The goal of the project is to get people discussing the topic of suicide. Videos, live poetry readings, as well as special guests took part on the stage of the Weisler Auditorium. The forum also included Q&As from the audience, as well as information regarding suicide prevention and awareness. As part of the Town Hall Forum, MUTV took part in the Wire's semester-long project by speaking to those who have been affected by suicide. I sat down with Jenny Fisher to hear her story. The saying goes, it runs in the family.
My dad is 6'6", my mom's 5'10", so I'm the shortest in my family at 5'9".
These aren't the only things that run in the Fisher family.
My mom and dad both play basketball at Marquette. My dad was a walk-on from New Jersey. My mom was top 10 in rebounding upon her graduation. I always say that my parents put like a basketball in my hand and Marquette in my heart.
Jenny carries on her parents' athletic legacies from the press box.
With Marquette Athletics, I'm a media relations assistant, meaning that I work at basically every home event.
But before Jenny got to Marquette, she suffered what she describes as a world-crushing tragedy.
When I was 13 years old, I lost my mom to suicide. I still have memories of playing basketball in the driveway with my parents. It was, we would do my mom and I, the Brown Egg Girls, against my dad and my older brother Charlie. I guess I just hope my story can help someone feel comfortable enough that they can break their own silence or know that someone cares enough for them to stick around.
From Marquette University, I'm Hannah Kirby, MUTV News.
Coming up after the break, another donation was given to the university, but for how much, we'll let you know.
And Brian Morsey will have your weather update.
Welcome back to the 414.
Mugwanago, Oconomowoc, Menominee, Waukesha, and of course Milwaukee are all cities that were named by the Native Americans.
MUTV's Maggie Lamal has the story of how one local museum is remembering their culture.
Over 300 years ago, the land that Marquette calls home was occupied by a tribe other than college students. Milwaukee was home to the Potawatomi, Menominee, Chippewa, Ottawa, and other Native American tribes. To the Native Americans, Milwaukee meant the good land until their land was taken over by European settlers. Now, the Potawatomi are the largest group of natives living in Milwaukee, though the population is incredibly small.
As Native people, we try to balance our traditional world with the modern world so we can function.
The Haggerty Museum of Art is promoting Wisconsin's rich Native culture through the Look How Far We've Come exhibitions at the Woodland Indian Arts Festival. The festival showcases local Native artists as well as performances and workshops.
Who celebrate the beauty and the richness of this culture that we're very proud to have a part of our American history.
The Woodlands teach Native American skills like beadwork, finger weaving, bow and arrow making, pottery, basket weaving, and more.
To our ways and not only like the traditions, but the contemporary stuff as well.
The Haggerty intends to continue to remember and honor the original inhabitants of Marquette's campus. Because even though the Native culture of Milwaukee is small, their influence is very visible in our city. From the Haggerty Museum of Art, I'm Maggie Lamel, MUTV News.
It may not be the Christmas season, but the season of gift giving is in full swing. The Marquette University Law School will establish the Lubar Center for Public Policy Research and Civic Education. Milwaukee's own Mike Goucher is just one person who will unwrap the gift.
Yeah, it's a $5.5 million gift from Shell and Marianne Lubar, who are people in this community who've been very civic-minded for many, many years.
Plans are being discussed as to where the money will end up.
Education, there may be individuals who we want to bring into town because they have some new ideas on how we might be able to tackle problems that we have or issues we have in Milwaukee. Maybe it can help with bringing those folks to town. It's tremendously a generous gift on the part of the Lubars.
The Lubars have donated extensively to Marquette as well as UWM.
The university renewed its contract with Sodexo this week. There was a 6-year contract signed, which is up for 6 one-year renewals. The proposal from Sodexo includes 24/7 dining, available in McCormick and in Wild Hall once it's built, as well as extended hours in other dining halls.
With finals coming up, it's important to not only feel your best, but also look your best. Our own Shamama Mahmood has more on the AMU hairdresser.
This may look like your typical barbershop setup, but take a step back and you'll see that this arrangement is one of a kind.
My name is Rodrigo Ramirez. I am a sophomore here at Marquette University, and my business is called MU Clippers. The way this works is I basically just set appointments with people that want to get a haircut, and I receive them at my place.
I'd rather get my hair cut by Rodrigo than go somewhere else. Oh yeah, he's definitely passionate about it. He takes his time. You'll be like done with the haircut. Well, you feel like you're done. It looks nice, and then he'll like just keep cutting.
And that's exactly what drives Rodrigo's passion.
I do this usually on Fridays and Saturdays because I have classes, and I try not to let this interfere with my academics.
Although Rodrigo loves cutting hair, school comes first.
I've also met a lot of people throughout my time here at Marquette, and so it's mostly friends.
It's nice getting your hair cut by somebody that like you have classes with and stuff like that.
What kept motivating me was like the reactions, you know, of people when they would get their haircut. They would be like, man, like everyone said that I look amazing, like I feel really good, and I think you do a really awesome job, and you really treat me well.
From Marquette University, I'm Shamama Mahmood, MUTV News.
Are you guys going to be out and about this weekend at all, or are you staying in to study?
Man, unfortunately, I'm going to be hunkered down getting that last-minute cramming done.
I have one exam due to D2L next week that I totally forgot about. So I just remembered today, so I'll probably be inside so I don't have to deal with the rain that much. Do you have any exams?
I have only one exam next week, so.
Not bad, just like me. How about you, Nick?
Man, I have one exam and 6 projects. It is incredible.
Oh my goodness, what are your projects?
I have to write a huge paper. I have to interview some people from Lebanon, of all places.
Oh my goodness.
It is going to be incredible. I don't know how I'm going to get through it.
Yeah, wow. You guys will. Now we're going to send it over to Kevin Wells with our sports update.
Thank you very much, Hannah and Nick. The Marquette men's golf team is your 2017 Big East champions. The Golden Eagles rallied from a 17-stroke deficit entering the final round and held off Seton Hall to clinch the program's 3rd Big East title. Freshman Matthew Bachman shot a final round of even par of 72 to win the individual honors by becoming the 3rd Marquette player to win the Big East individual championship. Oh, and not to mention, this was his first ever collegiate win, so what an incredible accomplishment for the freshman, and congrats to the entire men's golf team. Marquette will take on in the NCAA Men's Golf Championship starting in May 15th in Washington. So along with the Marquette golf team, the Marquette men's tennis team was also competing for a Big East title this past week. The men, who have been unable to pull out a victory in a title game these last 2 seasons, did not have any different luck this time around, unfortunately. So for the 3rd straight year, the men have earned the title of Big East runner-up, falling 4 sets to 3. And just earlier today, the Marquette men's lacrosse team shocked the entire collegiate sports world as they took out the number 2 Denver Pioneers in the Big East semifinals after falling to them just last week. Marquette came into this program 1-5 all-time against this powerhouse, but behind John Wagner's 4 goals and Cole Blazer's 12 saves, the Golden Eagles are indeed moving on to face either Villanova or Providence in the Big East championship game, and for the 2nd year in a row. No doubt Joe Ampla will have his guys ready to repeat. In their regular season finale, the Marquette women's lacrosse team overcame a 3-goal deficit to defeat the Vanderbilt Commodores 14-12. And just a few days later, senior attacker Juliana Shearer, who scored over 100 goals this year, and sophomore midfielder Grace Gabriel were named to the All-Big East first team. And sophomore teammate Allison Lane was also named to the All-Big East second team. Marquette will finish this season 6-11 overall and 4-5 in Big East play. The Marquette Golden Eagle track team turned in several more impressive performances on the final day of the 108th Drake Relays last week. For the first time in over 60 years, the men's 4x100 team finished with a time of 41.37 seconds to place 5th overall in the tournament. This is the highest finish for a Marquette squad in over half a century, since 1953. The Marquette University men's and women's track field teams will head to Madison, just west of Milwaukee, tomorrow to face off in the Wisconsin Alumni Classic, their final tune-up before the Big East championship game. Well, student athletes at Marquette are not the type of people to have much free time on their hands, but imagine taking on the extra sport. Lucy Sullivan has the story.
If measuring time wisely is difficult for some college students,
yeah, so you'll actually put that mid down on.
Junior Jenna Rosenthal is definitely not one of them.
Oh my gosh, I love it, and every day I'm so thankful that I get this opportunity.
Jenna has commanded the volleyball court since coming to Marquette 2 years ago. But this year,
that was a good day. You're ready to jump high, Jen.
She decided to play the field as well.
Talking with the coaching staff of the volleyball team and the track team, that I was able to identify an opportunity.
With permission from her volleyball coaches, she joined the track and field team this semester, and Coach Rick Belford is happy to have her.
Volleyball's wrapped up, and yeah, we'll get a couple more meets here and hopefully jump pretty high.
It's going to be my 3rd meet now, going to Wisconsin.
If she's not in the Al hitting or at Valley Fields jumping, Jenna can be found doing calculations in E-Hall.
I'm studying civil engineering with an emphasis in environmental engineering.
Jenna hopes to play in the European Volleyball League after college.
Yep, that's a good day.
But for now, she's taking time to enjoy her many opportunities. From Valley Field, I'm Lucy Sullivan, MUTV News.
That's all I got for you guys tonight. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kevin Wells. Now let's send it back over to Hannah and Nick.
Thanks, Kevin.
1 in 4 women will be victims of domestic violence in their lifetime. Marquette sorority Alpha Chi Omega aims to bring light to this issue at their annual walk. But this isn't just any walk. MUTV's Maggie Cannon has more.
This one? This one.
A dad picking out heels for his daughter is a sign of a good man.
Where do you buy such shoes?
But a dad wearing heels for his daughter is a sign of a good cop. Marquette sorority Alpha Chi Omega held its annual Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event on Saturday.
And this is our biggest fundraising philanthropy event. It's called Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. Our philanthropy is domestic violence awareness. We have a survivor that's speaking, so I think that's really going to make it personal and realize that this is like a really real issue. It's a social epidemic that a lot of people, it's taboo, we push under the rug a lot, and I like that it just like brings a lot of attention in kind of like a fun way. So that's what I'm really excited about this year.
Some men took those first steps with confidence.
These are way too big, though.
But it didn't take long for reality to step in.
Kind of clashes, I think.
I've never had a reason to wear heels before now. Yeah, same. Surprisingly. They're incredibly uncomfortable. I don't know why people wear these, to be totally honest.
Those participating in the event went home with both sore feet and an open mind. From MUTV, I'm Maggie Cannon.
Well, that's all the time we have for you guys tonight. If you missed any of the shows or anything else, be sure to visit the Marquette website. For all things Marquette, thank you for tuning in. I'm Nicholas Molino.
And I'm Hannah Kirby. It has been an absolute pleasure being a part of MUTV for the past 4 years and serving as general manager. Good luck on finals, and be sure to tune in next year, Marquette.